more complex than it had to be. Just give me a minute to set up here. What are we doing? Oh man, that's no good. Yo, yo. Pepper's in the house. It's terrible. Welcome in, welcome in. Just getting set up. Hey, Dad. Sorry, I was having technical difficulties setting up here. Let's get rid of all this. Delete those. How's everybody doing tonight? This one. What are we calling this thing? Storytime? Friday night Storytime? Good enough. It's 30 more seconds here. No, not doing that. I like it. I like it. Okay, this is, we're not going to go too long tonight because I don't have anything to say as usual. But I did find some neat stuff that I've been looking for as I'm cleaning up this place. Just kind of had a bit of a, not a revelation, but a release this week. It's like I'm just selling everything. I'm not keeping anything. As I move on to the next place, I was trying to figure out how to hold on to some of my tools and some of the equipment and what I'm gonna need going forward. And it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna sell everything, just my clothes and my toothbrush and pillow, and that's all I'm taking with me, kind of. It's very minimalist. If I need to re-equip and resupply myself, I'll just start fresh. But that's kind of a significant emotional release, and so we can talk about that later. Now, I guess the other thing I'll be taking with me is, like, we all need a little Jesus, so we'll put little Jesus up here. Hopefully none of the cats go and get to him. And all the animals are waiting for supper here, so if they start getting to be too much of a pest, I guess they'll go hungry. But you're not gonna starve. I would never let you starve, eh? Look at this beauty here. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. But yeah, I was going through some stuff, And I found it. I found the yearbook with my Alice Cooper quote in that. So we'll dive into that a little bit. And then it was this box in a shipping container for storage, and these actually held up pretty well for being stored outside. Here was my so this was my senior yearbook. This was the year before. So I'll show you what I look like in grade 11. You see all the 80s hairdos. Oh my goodness. Some of these girls, I'm sure they're just shaking their heads right now. What was I thinking? I don't even know where to look here. Who are these people? Well, I think it's back here. This is class. Yeah, so here we go. This is Brent, little Brent Schimko at 16, 17 years old. Let's see. This, this little dude right here. Isn't that amazing? I haven't aged a day. Let's find some good hairdos here. Cover up names, but like look at that bottom row. Those scowls with the poofy hair. Wow. I knew all these people. I knew all these people with this crazy hair. So let's see if I can find the most outrageous one. That's a pre-mullet, I think, technically, or a proto-mullet. Like, what's a mullet in formation? Like a pre-mullet, right? No, there's some doozy hairdos here. I gotta find like the final boss hairdo. I haven't looked through this, but there's like some real champs here. Isn't this good content? Like, is this worth the price of the ticket? Okay, well, maybe with my senior year, grad year. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Thank you, Jody. Are you saying so cute then or now? Oh, these pictures are tiny. You can't even see this. The freshmen are like this big. They're like little Jesus. There's like little freshmen. Like look how many people they pack on the page. Can't even. I need like a zoom lens or something for that. Oh yeah, that's brutal. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be hard to read, but at least they got the quote like right beside your name. So. What's the last name? S. T. It's S. S. H. Here we go. And here's drunk ass me. I couldn't even get the quote right from the song, the lyric. So, but here it is. Right in that corner there. And it says, all that I'm living for is all that I am. Liking it and loving it. It's all in the plan. And attributed to AC. Because I didn't want to put Alice Cooper as a giveaway, but it's actually Dennis Dunaway with the lyric credit. And the lyric is actually everything I'm living for is all that I am. But I was doing a lot of drinking and partying, not through school, but in school at that time. So here's the stories. No, no, she was talking about me. Cat. A cat. Cat. I don't think so. Where are we? Yeah, yeah, like, I'm not going to show my drinking buddies there, but we used to walk from the high school about 10 blocks to the beer vendor at the hotel on our spare periods. And so we'd pick up some beer. My buddy that was my partner in crime at the time, he looked pretty old for his age, and so he was able to walk in get beer without getting ID'd most of the time. And he actually got to like know the kid behind the counter that was serving him the beer. It was pretty funny. We laughed at little conversations he had with this guy. But yeah, we'd drink a couple of beers on the walk back to school, and then we'd have beers in our backpack, stick them in our locker, and then whatever spare. Like we had pretty much identical schedules, so we had all the same break times, lunch times, and so yeah, every opportunity. And if there was like a 3 hour block where you had three spares in a row, or something like that, it's like, oh, forget it. That was a bender. So not good, not good. Uh, and that was like through grade 11 and 12. That yeah, I kind of went from the brightest kid to a guy who can't even repeat a lyric from one of his favorite artists and one of his favorite songs. So go for it. I just went, phew, downhill. But yeah, I actually even got caught by the vice principal walking down the hall. I went to my locker during class, uh, not to grab a beer, but just to grab something. And there was all these empty cans or full cans, I forget. I guess they were full cans. We wouldn't take empties back to our lockers. We used to just flush them down the freaking toilets. We'd crush and flush. So yeah, this is pathetic story time here. And yeah, I had to grab something from my locker, assignment or who knows what. And I was digging through my stuff and pushing beers out of the way in the bottom of the locker. And I turn around, there's the vice principal looking down at me. This big guy who's like 6'2", and I'm like, "What do you want?" And he's motioning to the locker. Come with me to the office. So that was not a good day. So that resulted in, I think, 3 day suspension or something like that. Who cared? I didn't care. It was not the wisest choice to be indulging that much during your formative years. And it is what it is. That was me. But now I haven't even touched a drop of alcohol in 20 years for sure. 20 years. I remember the last drop of booze I touched was at my cousin's wedding. I had one glass of wine and then said, I just was not enjoying it anymore. Waking up hungover all the time, just the just all that's involved with that kind of lifestyle. Like, is all you're thinking about is the next drink or whatever. Uh, but yeah, that's kind of my confession there. It's like a whole nother lifetime. So it was part of my growth process. It made me who I am today. But looking back on it, it was just, what a joke. Like, what were you thinking? Does anybody else feel like that? It's like you've lived several lifetimes within your one life just by your combined experiences, or people just grow up, have a plan, you know, go get a degree, go get married, do whatever. Uh, I mean, you got it all planned, you stick to the plan, and that's it. Like, you know what's coming next. Like, for me, I never know what's coming next. I'm at one of those transition points in my life where there's something coming next, and I actually have no idea what it is. Usually, I kind of can see a little farther down the road, but right now it's like the road has so many possibilities. Welcome in, Aiden, my my trolling partner. Alcohol is the worst drug, so destructive. Uh, class of '76. Yeah, this is '89. So I gotta find. I know that there is a hairdo in here that's gonna make you fall off your chair. Oh, some of these grad pictures. So I'm gonna flip through this. I'm not gonna say talk amongst yourselves because that's gay. But yeah, I had no interest in sports through high school. No extracurricular stuff. Just drinking and being a degenerate. And music, you know, rocking out, going to concerts, going to parties. The academics, I probably could have got scholarships like all through the earlier years. You know, we call it elementary school or grade school. I was always top of the class. Like, I never had homework. I always finished all of my assigned work in the period, so I never took anything home. Okay, that one's kind of a contender. And that's in my class, too. This is freshmen's. Oh, did I grab the wrong? 87. I'm so confused. I think I mean, I wish I owned. I mean, if I had spent. Okay. there's, there's a guy and a gal I gotta show you. I'm gonna cover up names, but if I hadn't invested money in beer and instead bought stocks in hairspray companies in the 80s, like, holy man. Okay, now this is a dude in that bottom corner. That's a dude there, man. Jeez. I'm sorry, guys. If it ever comes back, I, I'm sorry for showing your crazy hair on the internet. Uh, but come on, you should have realized back then that this was gonna come back to haunt you. Like, this is on you, not on me. Like, what? Parents didn't raise you with any sense of good judgment? Who's doing their hair like that? That's nuts. And I think that's what Aiden's hair looks like now. Yeah, that was an interesting guy. Definitely, he everybody you know, in your school, there's always the characters, right? I wasn't a character. I was kind of a supporting character. I wasn't one of the guys that stood out in the crowd. I was pretty shy. Didn't want to draw attention to myself, other than that long, beautiful hair I showed you. And that grew in like a year. now when I grow my hair's so thick it just poofed out. You see, so instead I get homeless Karl Marx instead of actually cool looking hair. But who cares? It's just hair. But yeah, they're just looking, reminding me of some of these people. Even some without looking through this, I wonder whatever happened to that guy. Okay, I think. Okay, so that was the guy with the awesome hair. It runs in a freaking family, man. Check this out. That's his sister. The hair doesn't even fit in the frame. They had to crop her hair. I think that's, yeah, that's natural. That's probably no hairspray. I think she's the final boss hairdo of 1987. Like best hair in the universe, kind of. Like, what do you do with that? How do you show that to your kids? It's like this is what mom looked like when I was your age. Yikes. What were you thinking, man? But yeah, all great people. Some characters, some forgettable, some unforgettable. Yeah, that's my lame story time. Just reminiscing about school. So I was surprised. I knew I didn't lose these, but I thought, what if they got thrown out? So it's just a little bit of memorabilia there. So it mattered for me. Anyways, I'm pounding the tweaker coffee. I had a busy day. I had to do an emergency feed run to the animals at the other farm, and so I was just running around like a head with my chicken cut off, and didn't get back home until 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and Bow was streaming, so I watched a little bit of that, and then I just felt like, man, I am beat. Bowser kept us up late last night, and so I typed out my little community post that there's going to be a live tonight, and then an hour later I was kind of like, holy shit, I don't know if I could do this. I am exhausted. So I took a 20-minute nap, tried to watch a few innings of the banana ball. I mean, it's almost kind of heresy to be streaming at the same time as Savannah Bananas they're playing right now, but I think I got my fill of banana ball for the year. It's such a novelty, but I actually did see a little documentary this week on banana ball, how it formed and how it's grown. It's like they are the biggest pro sports team in the United States at the moment. Like as far as popularity, I guess views online. I think that they were doing it that way. Like between TikTok and YouTube, it's like they blow everybody away. Like more people are watching Banana Ball. Like ESPN even dropped Major League Baseball, apparently, if this documentary is correct, and they picked up Banana Ball instead because the audience was more. There was more of a demand for banana ball baseball. But these guys are amazing. Like they're all great athletes. This isn't just a novelty. These guys actually get drafted into the major leagues, so it's I guess college level ball really. And it's cool. I like the rules. I like the pace. Like 2 hour game, I can do that. Like 3 hour slugfest. I mean, I just don't have time for that. And yeah, I've done it before. I got banana ball on one screen and whoever else I'm watching on a phone. So it's something you could just have playing it. Once you kind of realize the rules and you know what the pace of it is, and it's it's delightful. It's a good relaxing watch. But yeah, lots of behind the back catches. Like, I mean, that takes such timing and skill to do that. Like to do a basket catch behind your back. I mean, that thing would bounce right off the top of my bean, and I'd be out. But anyways, yeah, yesterday was a fun night. Bao had a good stream, and then right after, like in the chat, people were like, "Hey, there's a certain YouTuber that's gone live," and so a few of us migrated over there and had a jolly good time. So I was wondering about doing a not a reaction video, but there's a video I could do, and I'm just kind of sitting on it. So there's we'll see what the fallout is. But yeah, calling in the troll line. I don't know if you really want me to do that. Like, promise me you won't cry if I actually make that phone call. Yeah, that was delightful, but that was a late night. So. But yeah, the Smurf Watch crew is supposed to be gathering again at some point tonight. So I guess we'll watch for that notification. But just yeah, things at the other farm deteriorating so rapidly. Uh, Everybody wants out, except the guy who's actually owns the farm. He's still trying to cling on for dear life, and it's just everybody's like, "No, you've behaved so childishly throughout this. Like, we're not here to babysit you or entertain you." So that's not happening. But then I talked to my neighbor, and she said, "Hey, have you talked to so and so who lives not far from here? Like, he's got room." And it's kind of an off-grid community. And I said, you know what? I've thought about that, but probably not in the last month or two. And that's actually a good idea, because I will be looking for some place to go once the possession date and I have to be gone. I got to go somewhere. And people have been asking me, where are you going? And I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, that might be a possibility through the winter. Not far from here. It'd be simple living. We could do a little bit of homesteading, outdoorsy animal stuff. I'd have room for the dogs and maybe a few cats. I was just trying to sleep, then I heard my name, so I had to oblige. How did you hear your name? Like I mean, it was so funny. What I heard was, I've unblocked everybody, and we're talking about Chris Ruff. The what do you even call him? I don't want to call him anything, but he said, yeah, I've got no mods for the time being, and so we're gonna get all the trolls and haters to call in. So call the number, and I've unblocked everybody. So I just started in with, yay, I'm unblocked. And then he started calling me out as soon as he saw my name, and then the fun began from there. So I don't see him in this chat. I don't know. He's not subscribed? You didn't get the notification? Come on. But then people in his chat were trying to egg us on, like, call the number, call the number. It's like, what, you're just screaming for blood? It's like you want the YouTube blood sports? You got this bloodlust or something? And Bao nailed it today in his stream, and this is exactly what was going through my mind last night. It's like, one, you've got nothing to say. Two, I don't care enough about you to waste my time actually talking to you. And three, it's funnier just mocking you in the chat. So yeah, call me a big pussy, or a keyboard warrior, or a little bitch, or yeah, he's trying to label me as a child molester or something. All right, I would tell him, well, no, I'm not going to say that, but he said, call me whatever you want. You know best, buddy. And yeah, I didn't say anything inflammatory. It's just my presence there was enough. Question I have for you, Aiden: did he actually send somebody to your house? Like, did somebody show up, or was that just a threat? It's amazing. And then I liked Aaron getting in there too, giving him a hard time, because the cop watcher has turned into a grammar watcher now. So he was correcting people's spelling and use of the word your, you are versus your, Y-O-U-R. So cop watch career over, grammar watch career just beginning on the gamer stream. Gamer stream call-in show. But yeah, like I don't care if you send your buddies my way, but I'm just curious. Did he make good on some threat there, or like that's crazy? And he was actually threatening you live on his stream. Hi May, welcome in. We're just chatting about your buddy, the direct dumpster. So no, he says he's gonna send someone like that's actually scary. I laugh at silly stuff like that, and when he says he's really nasty things, he's just projecting his sick projections. Yeah, you missed story time. Do you pronounce it Jaime? That's how I would pronounce it. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we were just reminiscing about. Remember that time we were in Ruff's chat and nobody wanted to talk to him? Remember that? That was pretty tweaky. I mean, that was lit. Does anybody remember that? And yeah, he was the mariachi music got to him. It shook him. And I know that wasn't you, Aiden. Was it you, Jaime, or was it Polo? Somebody was trolling him with music. They would call the number and just play this mariachi music, and that just got under his skin. It was funny. Like, don't stop doing this kind of content, Chris. We're not trying to get you kicked off YouTube. We're not trying to take your channel. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. He was gonna threaten to take all our channels. Like, oh no, what will I do then? Oh, that was you? Okay. No, I want to pronounce it the same way. Is it just Jamie or Jaime? I mean, if I hit it correctly, just put a thumbs up. That's an interesting spelling, interesting name. It doesn't sound Mennonite necessarily. There's lots of Mennonites around here, so you're probably not from around here. If Directy actually sent someone to my house, I would be nice to them. Yeah, and like he's got this paranoia, like people. Lane doxed me, and now we're up all night worried. We think we got to move. It's like nobody cares to come look for you on that pile of rocks and diapers that you live on. Like, come on, get over yourself. That's. Yeah, but he broadcast it. It doesn't matter if it was copyrighted. He's the one that would get the strike, not you. But as I found out, those copyright strikes are pretty meaningless if they come from, like, I think Dot was talking about this a while ago. You put the dispute in, and then the company, whether it's EMI or Sony or whoever owns the rights, if it's music content, they just don't respond. Like, YouTube gives them like 30 days to respond, and they don't respond. And so whatever blocks are on your channel, they remove them while it's under dispute. And then if for whatever reason they decided to come back at you, then they could make you either remove the content or throw you in YouTube jail or I don't know what. but they typically, like, it's not AI, but it's the algorithm that flags the content, and then the dispute is actually triggered, and then you get to respond, give your reasoning why you felt you could use this copyrighted material and it's fair use, or yeah, I guess trolling is fair use. And so the person who made the dispute, the claimant, they have time to respond to your dispute, and they don't if it's one of the recording labels. Now, if it's, say, an independent artist who's making their living off this, and you rip off their material, well, they might want to fight you over it, but that's not the kind of content we're talking about. Some generic mariachi music. Keep doing it, man. It seems to really bug him. So, again, surprised he's not here. Like, I thought he had me in his sights. Big target painted on my back. So, I guess, I guess he doesn't care enough. He's such a bitch and a pussy. What a pussy. Is my makeup running? First song. Yeah, send a TTS and I'll play all these songs here. First song was Wilfredo Vargas, Bacata Merengue. I'm suspecting you're of the Spanish persuasion there, Jamie. Second was Juan Carlos Colonel Mas Ala de Todo. More over there of all. Might have to do a YouTube video of a music mentality on these artists here. What was I going to say? Shit. I guess I have nothing left to say. No, there was something I was going to say about something different, but yeah, getting Aaron Queen actually jumping in. There was a few people trying to jump down his throat in the chats, and it was just fun. But like, nobody watches that shit. He's got a. There was at one point I said, you got 4 in the chat, and half of us are giving you the gears. Once we all leave, then everything will get good. And so it was a 2.5 hour live stream. I think I stuck around for about an hour. I was tired. Dominican. Oh yeah, here's the story. So story time, Friday night story time. When we first moved to this property, it was 2017 in the fall time, and we started this rent to own arrangement. So we moved in the fall, and I was looking for work, and I was interested in doing some local truck driving, but I couldn't find anything around here. Nobody was hiring. There was a few other kind of manufacturing jobs not too far from here. I was applying everywhere, getting no callbacks. And then I ended up getting a driving job where I was working up north, 8 hours, well, where the fires are currently in Manitoba, a town called Flin Flon. That's where the fires are. But there's a mine shaft there, as well as a paper mill. So the guy, actually no, the paper mill is near the Pas, which is the next major community to the south of Flin Flon. I mean, in Ontario, where Aiden's from, the small towns there are 60,000 people. Here, a small town is 2,000 people. It's completely different scale in Manitoba. A big, what we consider a city in Ontario, you would consider that a small town or a township. But anyways, the guy I was hiring for, or the guy I was driving for, hired me, and he was originally from Bolivia, so a Mennonite from Bolivia, lived in southern Manitoba here for most of his life, but I think he was either born here or born in Bolivia and was kind of back and forth. His dad had this thing where they were always moving back and forth between Canada and Bolivia. And so he had this truck driving company where He had a few trucks that were pulling wood chips out of the bush. So there was a chipping crew that was working up there, and we would come get the trucks loaded and bring the wood chips to the paper mill. So originally I was supposed to do that as a job, but then my boss got this contract where we were hauling zinc ore from what the heck's the name? Snow Lake, Manitoba, back to the mine shaft in Flin Flon for processing. And so we do and then switch off. So there were two of us driving. One was driving, the other one was sleeping. Driving, sleeping, and we were 10 days on, and then we get 3 or 4 days off, and then start the cycle over again. Because that's how the mine crew, that's how all their operators, that was their schedule, so we had to follow their schedule. So we did that for a time. But I remember the first trip I went up there, they showed me the wood chip operation. It showed me how to load and how to go scale at the mill and how to do the paperwork. And so I was like, yeah, great, let's do this. You know, if the money's good, like you're promising, which it wasn't. You know, all truck companies lie just to get you to sign on with them. It's disgusting. The industry is just finished. But this is a nice guy, but he hired a bunch of guys that were all from Bolivia as well. And they were great guys. Don't get me wrong. Nothing against Bolivians by any means. But I was there for a couple of days, kind of learning the ropes, meeting the guys, learning the equipment, and then we were all heading back south because I was there right at the end of their cycle. So the guys in the bush as well, they worked a 10 on, 4 off kind of schedule. And so everybody was heading back south. And so I got to deadhead it back with one of these Bolivian guys. And he drove the entire way with the stereo turned up to 11 with this crazy mariachi music the entire way. And I'm like, I'm trying to sleep and it is just blasting. And he's chain smoking cigarettes and I'm just dying in there. And like, it was like, Lord, make it end. But it was good. It was a good experience. I needed that just to get it out of my system. So I was immunized against mariachi music and the like. But man, he was just grooving to this. Like this was his tunage. I'm like, wow. Like it was Spanish pop music, as you know what was popular where he came from, and these guys were interesting, hard workers, good guys. But man, when it came to music and partying, they were on a whole different level. And let's see what you fell asleep. Yeah, exactly the way he drones on. I mean, I got to start. I'm just gonna adopt his live streaming model, which is I'm just gonna read every chat and respond to everyone and have no content and nothing to say and no point. And maybe if trolls show up, we can call them names, threaten them. Like, what was he? He was proud of his shoes or something? Did he get a new pair of shoes? Everyone was going to know all about his shoes for some reason. I was going to tell you on the stream, hold my beer, watch this. Yeah, well, I was gassed. The tank was empty. I had to shut it down. I saw Aiden kind of had fallen away, and it's like, I've had my fun. We'll 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 come again another day. But I'm thinking I'm just gonna ignore him for the next week or month or whatever, just as if it never happened. Just because he's expecting us all to go back and troll him because he needs the attention, right? That's what it is. He needs the attention. Even fake Bao was trolling. How many fake bows are there? Or whose sock account is that, Jamie? Well, you comes late to the party as usual. So go back to the beginning. Listen at 2 times, just so you get up to speed. What do you think, guys? Troll the troll? No, not dissing mariachi music. I guess you have to go back when we start talking about mariachi. What, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago? It was just a whole story. It's story time. I'm not a lover of mariachi music, but I'm not opposed to it. It doesn't trigger me. It's not going to cause me to spiral or give me anxiety, but some people it might. So, no, no. Let the mariachi music play. Mama, let it play. I love music from different cultures. There's endless new music to discover. Welcome in, week number one. Uh, Hope you're all doing well. It's long weekend time here up in Canada. We don't have Independence Day, but the 1st of July is our Confederation Day when we officially became a country. Maybe this year where we stop and cease becoming a country on this weekend. I don't know. It's looking pretty wild. Wasamatayu is vehemently opposed to mariachi. Well, we're going to post Wasamatayu's number, and then Jamie can call that number and supply all the mariachi that Wasamatayu needs in his life. So, yeah, this is the format of the show now. I got nothing to say. I'm just going to respond to contents. Uh, Maybe smoke some cigarettes. No, I wouldn't yell at my dog. Only a degenerate would do that. Um, I don't know. I don't play video games, so I can't do like a gamer stream. Canada is funny by itself. Yeah, you're funny too. Everybody give Wasamatayu a big hug. Everybody laugh at all his jokes. Yeah, somebody mentioned here is like the Chris Ruff streams, like they're so dull. I remember like 3 months ago trying to watch. It's like I couldn't last 5 minutes. It's like this. There's nothing here. I mean, there's nothing here either. Like you guys are all here because I guess something about this appeals to you. I hope there's a little bit of humor, but with DirectD, it's like, what are we watching? There's no cop watch First Amendment stuff here. It's just some guy wearing bad makeup with neck tattoos, just being kind of disagreeable. Like he's not even contrarian. Like I don't know what. I'm not gonna try to figure it out. I have got some stuff figured out, and if a video or live stream ever drops where we get to do a deep dive, it might be worth tuning in. It might be worth the $49.99 a month membership. I don't know. ECDC Mariachi, Wasamata, you're a genius. That's your assignment for the weekend. Get your chat GPT fired up. Let's do this. Yes. Sir, yes, sir. Who watched the prison stream? Ice's prison stream. That a whole new level of respect for the Koreans, man. That mid-Korean man was. He shook me. He shook everybody. That was nuts. DirectD is fun when Bao is restreaming him. He's boring otherwise. I'm here because I must convert you to various bands I love. Well, thank you for the Devin Townsend. I don't know. He's just one of those artists. He's a big name. Never come across my radar. I think it was the Deadhead live song was the first one I clicked on. It's like, yeah, I like the way. I think we were looking up on Wikipedia who he was. Uh, and someone described his music as a wall of sound, just the production quality and the arrangements. And yeah, that's exactly the impression I got. Just from the vocals to all the instrumentation and the sound guy. Yeah, that Deadhead live track from wherever, Royal Albert Hall or something. Just look it up. I'm not going to post a link there. And yeah, we're here to convert Wasamatayu to an ACDC listener. Put on Free Mexican Air Force by Peter Rowan. I'm just going off of my iPhone today. No media to share. it's yeah, I haven't had like a, not, I don't know, I wouldn't call it a proper stream, but if there's videos I want to talk about and go deeper into, or I've done comparisons or reactions, then I'll queue up a bunch of tabs. But and then with the Lane Meyer situation, which I really don't have anything to say. I think this is what DirectD wanted to start getting people defending Lane, or it's like I don't want to talk about Lane. You want to talk about Lane? I was obsessed with Lane. I'm not. Are you? So it's yeah. There was no reason to call because it's like, so what do you want to talk about, Christopher? And I didn't want to call. You begged us all to call, so start talking. I got nothing I want to talk to him about. It's, as I said before, it's more fun riling up his chat members, which are few and far in between. Like, what, 50 people watch a stream? Maybe 10 are participating at any time. Like, that's a 27,000 subscribers. So if that's what it takes to build this channel, I'm just gonna do whatever DirectD does. Drink tweaker coffee, smoke cigarettes, not yell at my dog. What else does he do? Can somebody, anybody, tell me what his content is, and I'll just copy him. I guess it's tweaking, so I just got to become a tweaker. Yeah, that was pretty tweaky. Yeah, you like that. Dog came over. Let's see what's happening. Oh yeah, things are getting cleaned up around here. Somebody just give me a heads up if it's time to watch Smurfs. Otherwise, we can just hang out here. Like I say, I've got nothing to share other than those few stories, and maybe we can go back and show these latecomers what they missed. It was some background. I found the old yearbooks, the ones that have my Alice Cooper quote in it. You're gonna have to go back and watch that. But I was looking through this, and I'm not watching the camera because I'm watching the chats on my laptop here. Impersonating You, yeah. What's the matter? You has some DirectD stories. There were some cute girls in my school, man. I was too drunk to try to hit on them, though. That was just a mess. Okay, so here's it. This is. I gotta find a way to cover this up. I don't want to show all their names. Probably with facial recognition, you guys are probably doxing all these people already. But, you know, this is 1987. So the girls got this outrageous hair. Like, look at the hairspray on some of these scals. Chickaroonies. You know, it's not too outrageous, but then we were flipping through here a few minutes ago. Okay, so I gotta find that dude first. And yeah, should have been invested in hairspray instead of buying beer and cigarettes in grade 11. I would have made a fortune. Okay, is this the grade 11s? Yes. Is that guy in my grade? Where'd he go? Okay, I gotta find my buddy here. I think he's on the same page I am. Yeah. So he was in the same class as me. So cover up with me. But check out the dude in the corner of that hair. Like, he could have been in the Ramones and shared his hair with everybody. Like, he has more than enough. So like, look, it fills the whole frame almost. Oh yeah, and then here's Here's yours truly. Right, same page. So that was me in grade 11, I believe. Maybe it was grade 10. Yeah, I guess this is grade 10. The other one is inside. So yeah, that's some pretty righteous hair there. But then this was the chick I was looking for. I remember this. Like I couldn't remember her name if you pushed me on it, but I remember this image. It's like, this is epic. So this is the sister of the guy I just showed you. Like, look, you can't even fit. They cropped her hair out. Like, they needed like a wide lens. Is that cool or is that cool? So, Bow Live Alert, as a loyal badger, I must go. Sending you and your loved ones good vibes and the best health wishes. Stay safe, all. I frickin' love the Smurfs. Well, if you're not at Smurf Watch, get your membership. Those are the pictures. Yeah, I don't even know if you call that a fro. That's big hair, doesn't even scratch the surface. Like, that's the biggest hair. Like, who does that? So, anyways, you can go back and watch all the wonderful stories from old Uncle Brent from the beginning. I think we got almost an hour of lame content here. It was just a little story time, hang out on a Friday night. I think this was fun. We were doing some dissing, not mariachi music. The mariachi is cool, and Wasamata U is going to make it even cooler when he does the mashup with the mariachi AC/DC AI generated awesomeness. But I think, yes, it's Friday night. It's the weekend. I've got Dr. Pepper. I got tea. I got water. I got flies all around me because that's what I got here. And I got a dog that wants to get fed and cats that are crying. The roosters even stopped crowing. And yeah, we'll see. I'll probably do something else again this weekend. We'll see if anything develops on any fronts or if I suddenly come up with something interesting to say. If not, yeah, we'll follow the Christopher Ruff model and just talk about nothing and generally bore everybody to death. And people will find this channel and just start laughing at me and trolling. So I expect to see a lot more trolls from here on in. Besides, what's the matter, you? So you're gonna have to up your game because the competition is fierce. An hour of funnily lame content. That's what this channel is gonna be about. You know, there's gonna be no hard hitting anything. It's just gonna be softball, mush, pablum. Just as Andy Edwards say, just faffing about. Just it's gonna be the faff channel. I'll rename it. I'll pull. Yeah, if Chris Ruff yanks his channel, I'll rebrand as faffing on YouTube or something. Faffing about. You know, ask your British buddies what that means. So, but yeah, I think we'll call it a night. I'm gonna go mosey on over to the Smurf Watch. Let's see here. I can give Bow a link. You guys come on over. It'll be fun. I'll that link and to Smurf Watch transfer. Oh, well, actually, let's find out if he's actually which channel he's broadcasting on because he's got a couple. Hope you're not in a hurry. Stick around. Talk amongst yourselves if needed. I'll check out your okay. So we're on Smurf Watch. It's the Friday Dookie Show. There you go. Ooh, dookie. Come on. Give me the link. Let it go. Give it up. My laptop is so slow. I'm surprised this thing even still works. Amazing. So let's do this. Paste that. There's Smurf Watch. Go watch more funnily lame content there. Maybe that's where I get it. Not funnily, not funnily, funly, funly. Did you just make up a word or what? Anyways, good night all. It's been a slice. We'll do this again, yeah? See you there. I'll be lurking. All right. Don't be alarmed if I call you out. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a great one.